Welcome to the Anonymous Andrew podcast. Life and the choices we make. The choices other people make. Why we choose to ignore the red flags. Red flags like gaslighting, cheating, addiction, mental illness, and much more. What role do they play in relationships? Follow me each week as we discuss these topics with anonymous guests and experts to hopefully become better humans, resulting in better choices. Like I say, been there, still doing that. Now on to the show. Greetings, Anonymous Andrew, with the weekend rant. Okay, so it's Labor Day weekend. Yeah, me too. Summer's over. Not officially, but yeah. I know Tuesday, when I go back to work, I will have to leave at least a half an hour earlier. The traffic will be horrendous. Or as I used to say in Espanol, horrible. Yeah, not looking forward to it. So it's Sunday. It's the middle of the 3-day weekend, and I'm here with my weekend update. Got a couple things to talk about. So, first, let's get to what I usually do on the weekends is I will read their recent reviews. And I only have one since last weekend. Maybe two. Okay. This one is from M. Farouk. And he or she writes unique. By the way, 5 stars. Thank you, M. Farouk. Andrew has a unique way of storytelling, and I appreciate his authenticity. Guest intros are a bit longer than I'd personally prefer before getting to the main topic. Especially enjoyed earlier episodes when Andrew was sharing more of his experiences. Keep at it, Andrew. You're doing great. Thank you, M. Farouk. Folks, thank you. You're doing exactly what I've been asking. I need your feedback. And M. Farouk, yeah, if you go back and read some other reviews, my intros are lengthy, and I have stopped. As a matter of fact, I have gone back to some of the episodes that I've already recorded but haven't been released and redone the intros. I've cut them down to, if not half, to almost like, nothing. So I get it. And I'm thinking when I'm listening to other podcasts, and they do their intros, some of them do get a little long-winded, but some just get right into it. And there's no reason for me to go on and ramble for, 3 or 4 minutes before having the host on, because the guest is going to take up 35, 45 minutes, So, yeah, I get it, and I'm working on it. And I promise you season 2, which is right around the corner in about a month, will be, I'm going to taking all of the feedback, all the suggestions, except maybe the music one, because somebody had a problem with some of the music. But hey, you know what they say? It's it's a work in progress. It really is. There is another 2 reviews. Okay, one says, this is from Boy Mama. I enjoyed the variety and rants. I like the informative episodes, but also enjoy the rants. You guys love when I do this. So, and I got a rant for you in a few minutes. Let's see. And there was one other, I think, that I did not read to you yet. Okay, this is from Cindy, and simply just writes interesting topics. Okay, Cindy. That's all you had to say. 4 stars. Okay. So she wasn't thrilled. Okay, update. I think I should sometimes listen to what I told you guys last weekend, because I'm not sure where I left off. I think last weekend I told you I was dating 2 women. Maybe or maybe not. I don't know. But I'm not dating 2 women. I was talking to several women on the dating apps, but I do have an update. There is, oh yes, I do remember now. I did talk about her last weekend. Yeah, so there was a woman that she and I were chatting on the app for almost, now it seems almost like 2 weeks, but we did finally speak one night this week. So today's Sunday. Let's say it was like, I don't know, Tuesday, Wednesday. We spoke on the phone, and it went well. And then we decided, or actually, she asked me, when do we get to meet? And we got, we made a plan to go down. Guess where? I'll give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count. Where would I take my first date? Yeah, the boardwalk, of course. And that's where we went. Okay, so we headed down to the boardwalk, and we grabbed a bite to at one of my favorite food shacks on the boardwalk. The boardwalk down by where I am, it's not really very commercial. It doesn't have like arcades and a lot of commercial stores. It has 3 food shacks and an ice cream parlor. Okay, and you know, when I say food shack, it's open. You just walk up to it, and they serve you right there. And some of them put out picnic tables, and you can sit along the boardwalk and eat. Some of it you take back to the beach. So, you know, for the summertime, you order your hamburger or whatever, and you take it down back to where you're sitting on the beach. But this particular place, I actually give them a shout out. They're called Riptides. Riptides. All right. And they got great food. So anyway, that's where we went. Had a good meal. It was good. Problem was, it was extremely windy and quite unpleasant. So it actually was a little chilly. So, but I'm going to give her kudos, because that morning, this was yesterday, so yesterday morning, she texted me and found that there was a concert being held last night at another beach about 2 or 3 miles away. So where I live on the South Shore of Long Island, there are, I don't know, 50 beaches, town beaches, state beaches, city beaches, whatever, lots of beaches. There's a concert, and there's a, yeah, I guess I could say this. One of the players for Billy Joel back in the day, his name is Mike Delgadis, and he played with Billy Joel back, I believe, I'm afraid to put out dates because I don't know if I'm right, sometime in the 80s and 90s with Billy Joel. And he's got a band now called Mike Delgadis and Big Shot. And he is amazing. I've seen him multiple times. He has his own stuff, his own music, but he does cover of Billy Joel like you just sit there, close your eyes, and you think you're at a Billy Joel concert. And it's because he played with Billy Joel for years and years. Does an amazing job, and he does all the cover. He does Queen, does Elton John, he does Journey, he does Led Zeppelin. And I don't want to make it sound like he's just like one of these regular cover bands that plays in bars. He's pretty big here in New York. And anyway, he was playing last night at one of the local beaches that was put on by the town, town of Hempstead, actually it's called. And afterwards, there were fireworks, of course. So she had texted that to me, and she said, "Hey, why don't we? Would you be interested in going?" And I have seen Mike Delgaitis multiple times, and this one was a free concert on the beach. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll go. So after the windy dinner we had on the boardwalk, we actually ran back to my place to get beach chairs, because you have to, when they have these concerts on the beach, there's no seating. You either sit on your butt or you bring a chair. So went back, got my chair. She already had her chair, and we headed down there. And we got there like an hour early, which was really a good idea because it started filling up quickly. Here's where my rant is going to go on, and I should really give her a name. I'm obviously, and she listens to this, and I'm not going to name her, but let's just call her Helen, okay? Helen and I, we got there early, and so the way the town of Hempstead pulled this off was horrible. Thank you for giving us a free concert. Thank you for giving us the fireworks and bringing Mike into play, because it was a great, great concert. But they need to plan it so much better. The parking, it was just, the whole thing was a clusterfuck. I'm just going to say that. We got there, we were able to park, and then you have to walk down to where the concert is, and that was fine. We all did. We found a spot, and we sat down, and again, it was chilly, so but it was a great concert. We really enjoyed the concert, and then we decided to try to get back to the parking lot ahead of the crowd. So because getting out of these, if I don't know, wherever you live or you listen, if your local municipality or county throws these events and they have these parking lots, and it's one way in and one way out, and or it's just like going to another venue, going to a sporting event. If you've ever been to a baseball game or a football game, getting out of there is a fucking nightmare. Okay? This was no different. So we tried to get out of there a little quicker. And where the fireworks were being, I guess, shot off from was a bridge. So I live on an island, and then there's a barrier island, and we were on the barrier island. And the fireworks they were using they were shooting them off from the bridge. And they obviously had to shut the bridge down. So this bridge is perpendicular to the entrance and exit of this beach. And we got back to our car, and we said, hey, let's get out of here, get out of the parking lot, and then we can go park somewhere along the boulevard and watch the fireworks from there. No, they were not letting anybody do that. Instead, they locked us in. We could not leave the venue, the beach. We could not get out of the parking lot. And she and I weren't the only ones that had the idea of getting out early. There was already a line of cars trying to get out of the parking lot, and they had the exit closed. The exit to the beach or the parking lot was barriered off. They would not let anybody out. And I don't get that. So let's say you wanted to come to watch the concert but didn't want to stay for the fireworks. You couldn't leave. And Helen and I were not happy about that. We're locals. We knew the area. We knew that where we could go watch. But they were the town of Hempstead. This is my rant. You fucked up last night, town of Hempstead. Again, thanks for the concert, but I don't know why I'm thanking you. It's my tax dollars that provided the revenue for this. But You did a horrible job. You locked us into the beach and the parking lot, and absolutely something just fell in my bathroom. Absolutely nothing, like no announcements, nothing about what time the fireworks would start. They didn't say the concert was going to be an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. The fireworks will start at 9:45. None of that. So we got back to our car and we tried to get on that line that was of the people trying to exit, and it was just it was a clusterfuck. It really was. It was not fun. The concert itself was fun, and so I guess to keep this positive, I had a great time with Helen. This was our first date, our meet and greet, and which turned into more than that, obviously, because generally on a meet and greet, you if it's a time to meet, you go to a Starbucks or something, and you meet, and then but she offered this concert, and I thought it was a great idea, and so we had dinner and the concert and fireworks. So, gosh, we were together she came by around 4:00. We didn't get home until 11:00. I think she got home at 11. I was like 11:15. So she only lives like 15 minutes away. So Helen, which is obviously not your real name, but thank you. I had a great time, and we are going to go on a second date. As a matter of fact, she's already contacted me today. We're going to go do something tomorrow night. I'm not going to say what it is yet, but we are getting together tomorrow. So, yeah, folks, I got a woman that I'm dating, and it's dating. Just leave it at that, okay, for now. So, I'm just not happy with the town of Hempstead and how they pulled this off last night. And of course, nothing's going to be, my podcast is not going to be heard by the town of Hempstead. But I guess these things you have to learn. Next time, hey, Helen, I got an idea. Next summer, if we're doing this, we Uber there. Okay? You Uber there, and then the guy drops you off, and then you call an Uber, and he can pick you up, and you're not locked into the parking lot. It was just a real... I don't know what they were thinking. How do you tell people that they can't go home? Excuse me. How do you do that? I don't know. So, all right, I'm going to keep this one short. Yep, not happy that the summer's over. Even though the weather here is hot, it is almost 90 degrees today, and tomorrow is supposed to be hot, and I am going to the beach tomorrow. So that's great, but after that, next weekend and the weekend after, I can go to the beach, but these seasons that change seem to, they work literally like clockwork. Like it's usually like the weekend after Labor Day, even though it's still summer until September 21st, the temperature just drops in a week. So like next weekend might be only 70 degrees. It's 90 today. So it might not be a beach day next weekend. And that's what I'm getting at. This is I think tomorrow may be my last day at the beach for the summer. And I'm not happy about that. But it is what it is, folks. And you heard me at the beginning of the summer ranting about my summer. And I was able to get to do some of the things I wanted to do. So, all right, there you have it. Your weekend rant. And as you know, the format for season 2, you'll be getting more of these. You'll be getting only 2 episodes a week. One will be me, and one will be a guest. So I'm hearing you, folks. Keep the feedback coming. Keep the DMs coming. Keep the emails coming. You guys are letting me know what you like, what you don't like, and that's all I ask. If you listen to this podcast and you like it or you find it something in that what I'm doing is helping you and you or entertaining or whatever, but you don't like this or A, B, and C, tell me. And if I get enough of the same, like somebody loved the music, 5 people loved the new music I put up, and everybody loves my weekend rants. Everybody. I have like 28 or 30 reviews, and half of them are talk about my rants on the weekend. So change the format. So now I'm going to do one rant a week, which will be one episode. These rants are bonus episodes. They're not actually an episode. So whatever. I'm rambling. So, and if you can think about it, I didn't mention a certain topic today, which is a really good thing, right? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and listen to some of the other episodes. And that's all I'm going to say about that. If you need to make a choice, if you have to make a choice, I urge you to really think about that choice and then choose wisely. Until next time, ciao.